As IT professionals, we live in a world of exponential growth, where the law of large numbers loom like the sword of Damocles over every choice we make. The digital realm is an ever-expanding universe where we use measurements such as the zettabyte to illustrate its size. Now that's a number that's so big it has 7 commas and 21 zeros. Now there are some estimates that show this multi-zettabyte universe is doubling each year, and it's this fact that presents the greatest challenge for CIOs. Welcome to Digital Transformation Strategies, a Pure Storage CIO series where we explore the real-world issues that CIOs face in their digital transformation journeys. In this episode, we explore a well-known mathematical parable that deals with the law of large numbers. Despite IT's ability to think in exponential terms, we work in organizations that are filled with people who think linearly. While there may be sound reasons why this may be prudent, the intersection between the two is often marked by frustration, confusion, and misunderstanding. World-renowned IT philosopher and futurist Ray Kurzweil has written about the phenomenon of exponential growth and the impact it will have on society at large. During strategy workshops with CIOs and their teams, he would illustrate the point through an ancient Indian fable of the wise man who did a great favor for a king. Asked to choose his reward, the wise man told the king he would place a chessboard at the front of his house and asked that on the first day, a single grain of rice be placed on the first square. On the second day, he said to place 2 grains of rice on the second square, and on the third, 4 grains of rice on the third square, and so on, doubling the amount of rice from the previous day until the chessboard was filled. The king considered his request for a moment and consulted his advisors before granting the reward. In this fable, the wise man represents the CIO. The king represents the people that we interact with on a daily basis inside our organizations, the linear thinkers. Of course, we know how this fable plays out. By the end of the first row, there are a mere 128 grains of rice. However, by the second row, that number has grown to over 32,000. And the row after that, an incredible 8.3 million. At the halfway point, the number is a staggering 2.1 billion grains of rice. The digital surge of recent years has pushed our organizations to the edge of the first half of the chessboard, and we stand on the precipice of the second half of the board where the law of large numbers is waiting for us. As we add more devices, connect more sensors to our IoT networks, and reap the benefit of large repositories of information through analysis and AI, we must consider how we can seamlessly manage, secure, and back up the data that we have within our organizations. The awesome responsibility entrusted to us as digital custodians translates to making critical decisions that will have an impact for years into the future, while IT budgets remain flat and headcounts are in decline. So, what are the wise man and his chessboard? Well, by the second half of the board, the numbers become truly staggering. At the end of the first row of the board's second half, the rice count blasts past 500 billion. By the end of the second last row, that number is over 36 quadrillion. And by the 64th square, the number is 9 quintillion, 223 quadrillion, 372 trillion, 36 billion. That is enough rice that if it was laid end to end would extend not just from Earth to the Moon or even Earth to the Sun or Earth to Pluto, but to the next solar system, Alpha Centauri, and then back again. I think the king might need some better advisors next time he grants a wish.